best for your asses. Yapping in a trap like a rescue cat, and the rest queued up like they're waiting on the Batman. You tuned into the dude who threw booze back, blacked out, woke up drunk, covered in bruises. It's Sagdaddy the pod, an odd fellow, the great white chubby, I'm becoming a marshmallow. It's Sagdaddy the pod, so sit back and relax, cause like a broken arm, I got a cast now. It's Sagdaddy the pod, you made a good choice, so enjoy, don't be annoyed, now here's my dumb voice.
Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Sagdaddy the pod. I'm Brendan Sagalow. On the ones and twos, Nicole C. Lyons.
Hi.
What's the C stand for?
Christine.
Christine.
I feel like we've discussed this.
We have discussed this. I can't get a grasp on who you were as a person in high school and stuff, because me and Nicole were sending a bunch of pictures back and forth of us in high school and stuff, and you're just everywhere on the map, where I feel like I was pretty like steady as, you know, trying to find my personality, but with these two kind of things where I'm like, one, like listening to ska and then also wearing a do-rag and then, you know, back. But you were like this girl, that girl, this girl, that girl.
Yeah, I just didn't know who I was. And I feel like a lot of what I was based off of who I was dating, probably.
Sure, yeah. It is really fun when you're dating somebody new and you see them start picking up shit that you do. And you just want to say to them, like, you got this from me, you stupid bitch. We got a great show tonight. Today we got a great show, two amazing comedians and me. I was trying to make a joke, but I couldn't figure it out. Who are actually sitting right here on their phones. We got Luke Mones and we got Mike Cannon on the show. Two birthday boys. It's a special birthday episode. We give Luke a gift. We talk everything. We just talk, and it's really fun. And so thanks for watching. Thanks for if you've made it this far. What'd you say?
I said you said if you made it this far, perhaps you're willing to go a little further, and then you say the name of the town.
And perhaps you're willing to go. I'll just say it again. And if you made it this far, perhaps you're willing to go a little further. Check out our YouTube. Keep subscribing. Keep telling your friends. We have recorded so many ahead of time that you could be talking shit in the comments, and I don't even see it yet. Like an idiot, I'm so confident in this show, and you guys can all be going, what is this load of crap? And I'm going, thanks guys. You know, that's why it's like you kind of got to be on the you got to do it the week of, so that you can get the vibe of what people like, you know, so that you get a new monologue from me going, all right, I hear you motherfuckers. But you don't have that yet because we're so far in the future. So as of now, thank you for all the kind words. Thanks for telling your friends about this. Let's get into the show. Luke Mones and Mike Cannon coming at you right now on Sagdaddy the Pod. Are we rolling? Okay, yeah. Go.
I can wait.
No, wait. Wait for right now.
And now.
And wait.
Have you seen Sicario?
No, that's with Benicio del Toro.
And Emily Blunt. Nicole, have you seen Sicario?
Nicole
right,
says
well,
no.
Well, basically, not mic'd. Oh, you are mic'd.
Hey, girl.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God. I was worried it was going to be like,
Nicole, if you laugh, you got to laugh into the microphone. That's the one rule I have.
No, but the microphone's
Yeah,
up.
aim it at you and laugh loud.
No, because she doesn't have a stand.
All right, we'll get her a stand. I mean, what do you think? I'm made of money? You know what we should do? You see this arm that I
Yeah.
twitch with?
Yeah.
Aim that at yourself, plug that into you, and then, not into you,
It's
but
going to look like Stern
Yeah.
with
Oh
just
my
this
God.
shooting from out of the frame.
Luke does a
Oh my
perfect
God.
impression of...
Brendan, I'd like to see you come in here and look at you, Brendan. Oh my
Look
God.
at you is the best.
Oh my God. Why don't you have a seat here? on
Look
the
at you,
couch?
Nicole. Spin around.
Ew.
I guess it's weird because of
You're
the
doing the-
dynamics.
Yeah, that's why I was sticking with you. But the fans will know what this will have seen Sicario. It's a pretty popular movie, but John Bernthal, you know the actor John Bernthal
From Knocked Up and all that?
I don't know who that is.
No, John Bernthal from
Punisher.
Walking Dead and Punisher.
Yeah, at
And
one
he
point,
also has this hit podcast now.
Yeah, I saw a really funny.
He's got like everyone on his podcast has to wear beanies and like
Totally.
look like they're in AA.
I saw a clip of the Chad and JT podcast. You know them?
Yeah.
That and John is I think I introduced you guys maybe in LA. He's very funny. I think I told you about this bit he has, but he has a very funny bit about a stand-up bit about John Bernthal and like aggressive listening. The aggressive listening. He was yeah, man. Yeah, that's crazy. But anyway,
That's awesome.
you should start doing that. But
Yeah.
you and I, because the funny thing about the John Bernthal podcast is he's always dressed exactly the same as the guest.
Yeah.
It's always
yeah.
like him and like Shia LaBeouf and
Yeah. Both shirts not sleeveless but rolled up.
Totally.
Sleeveless.
And then beanie, like beanie that goes so high off your head, it's like in another atmosphere.
talking
But
about feelings. Guys talking about feelings. I have no problem with that.
me neither. But anyway, I'm gonna let go of this literally. But he's wearing this this color rubber as a wristband, and Emily Blunt recognizes that he's connected to the cartel because he's wearing one of these wristbands.
Whoa. Can I
Thank
tell
you.
you? I think that's my favorite color of mixture color, like the purple with the blue. I like
Well,
that.
this is not purple and blue. First
Pink
of
and
all,
blue.
so
That's purple.
this
There's
is
a purple
I believe
with
this
that.
would be called pink and aquamarine.
See,
There's a
Luke,
tiny
this
bit
is
of
your
purple.
problem, man. You don't think before you speak, because if you just thought and you went, well, this is kind of a pink, so I'm going to let him have this. You know what I mean?
pink is not
You get
purple.
on, the cameras start rolling and we start recording the podcast. Someone's got to get all argumentative.
Oh my god,
That's what happens.
You're getting so argumentative. This is so.
He's
it's so
changed, Howard Stern. I just watched a Luke Mones on the podcast, by the way, everybody. I feel like I should do
Thanks
that.
for having me. It's
Sagdaddy
an
the
honor to
pod.
be here. Sagdaddy the pod. There are no mic stands. I'm doing a lot of I'm doing a lot of mic work. We were talking a few days ago about how I'm doing this too much in my stand up now.
Oh, yeah?
I'm doing the
You hold
recorder
it
too
like
much in
this?
my stand up.
Someone's got to. I
Yeah.
mean, there's only so many ways to hold microphones. I like when comedy clubs put it in their green room, the way to hold your microphone. Like,
Who does that?
I'm not going to say what club did that, but I saw that at a
Tell
club
me in
once.
Morse code, blinking in Morse code.
I wonder if, you know
One,
what I'm
one,
going to
one,
do? You know what I'm going to do?
What?
I am going to send it to you. I'm sorry that we're going to give you a little bit of homework for this. I'm
Homework?
going to send you who I think it is via telepathy.
Oh yeah,
You say the name.
homework. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, she's got to bleep it out. And, you know,
Oh,
it's a
oh,
whole part of it. She
okay.
doesn't want to watch this
Oh,
shit.
I'm sorry. I didn't know
Nicole
you were
doesn't
talking to
wanna
Nicole. I
watch
thought you were talking
this.
to the viewer, being like, "I'm giving you guys a little homework."
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm giving it to Nicole. I almost forget the viewer is at home
yeah,
or wherever they may be riding the bus.
yeah.
Um,
Sagdaddy the bus.
yeah. Can I tell you? Sagdaddy
that's
the bus.
the live shows.
One time I was on the bus and I saw somebody watching Tim Dillon's show on the bus.
Oh.
And I was like, wow, really just the two ways a comedian can go. You know what I mean?
You're on the bus.
I'm on the bus being like, move it.
yeah.
You know, being like, this is my stop.
Or you see like somebody in a movie on the plane that you know,
Right.
and you go, "Hey, I used to buy. I don't know. Me and that guy used to shake a cup of coins together on the street."
Yeah, yeah. And
Now I'm
and our
still
lives
shaking
are
a cup of
completely
coins.
different. And sometimes their life is I might be shaking coins, but I might be happy. Whereas they're not. They're
Right.
sitting there looking at their acres of land, going, "I think I did this whole thing wrong."
Right. They're in a movie on the plane, but you know,
And their life is horrible.
maybe, yeah. But how
Maybe.
about us? Our lives are horrible, and we're having to hold our own microphones.
I guess it really depends on who you ask. I'm sure somebody, you know, ask somebody how's Brendan's life. Well, not my life, but I don't know. I don't know what people would
I'm
say.
pretty happy. I feel good all the time.
Do you?
I mean, I guess so. I'm seeing a lot of cat paraphernalia around here. I'd like to see your cat.
The cat's right there. He is hiding from you.
Hold on one second.
He's never seen a being this tall
Hold
before.
on 1 second. Let me get a look. Let me get a good look at you. Oh my, Howard Stern, but with cats.
Howard Stern with cats.
Oh my God, look at you. How old are you? 1, 2. Look at you. You're beautiful.
Robin, look at her.
Look at her. She's climbing.
just
She's
laying
scratching
there.
a post, Robin. It's unbelievable.
She's licking her asshole. Look at
Oh
that.
my God.
Oh my God. Look
Hey,
at that.
Howard, you got
Who's that, Artie?
Yeah.
Howard, you gotta ask him to pet the cardboard.
Hey, Howard, they keep throwing up balls of their own hair.
You know what I was thinking about?
Go ahead.
So, do you think that there were any during like the medieval Viking era when they
Uh-huh.
were all smashing glasses together and beers pouring everywhere? Do you think there was a Viking that actually didn't like doing that? Where he's like, I actually
Oh.
want to drink my drink. And he's like, come on, brother. We cheer for war. And they're going like this.
Yeah.
They're trying. They're going, cheers me. And he goes, he gives them the cheers like, okay.
Really, can we not? The glass hurts my fingers. I get glass splinters.
I am the accountant for the Vikings, so I'm not really feeling as.
Yeah, I'd
It's
rather
the
not.
same thing. The same papers come to my table. Just
rather
the
not-
numbers are different. The numbers are different on mine, whether we win or lose.
Yeah,
You know,
I have 40 bone shards over here. What do you guys have? Counting because everything was in bones back then. And how about those? You know, this makes me think of something similar. Now you're really in my wheelhouse in terms of talking
this is
about
exactly what I want to do.
about stuff.
I don't want to talk about Howard Stern anymore.
And what I'm thinking of, you're talking about clinking glasses, which is very funny. And then also, but I'd like to move on. No, like mugs. Like, remember, there's this thing. Like, I had this sort of image in my head of like, oh, all mugs from like pirate times have no bottom in them.
What do you mean?
You know what I'm talking about, where it's like
Where like the water will go right through?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, where it's like the fake mug. I have this image from like pirate like video games or something. Do you ever play like The Curse of Monkey Island, like the really old computer game?
No. That sounds like your autobiography. Luke Mones. The Curse of Monkey Island.
Anyway, but it's a thing where like there's like these big flagons of ale and they have nothing on the bottom.
No, I have no idea. Well, how would surely they're not idiots.
I think it's like the fool drunks or something. I mean, this is why I bring it up. I didn't realize.
Oh, it has a fake bottom so that when you pour it in, it goes splash right through, like it comes out like that.
Exactly. And if someone's
just
drunk,
to fool somebody,
you know,
that's
I don't
hilarious.
know. I mean,
we'll
have to look into it. I'm
have
sure. Again, I feel like I'm bringing up stuff where I'm sure the viewer is going to comment and they're going to be like, I know exactly what Luke is talking about, because usually what happens is I say certain things and then people go, I'm not saying just you, but people I feel like will go, that's not true. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
For example, I had Caitlin Palufo on my podcast last week and we were talking about
podcasts.
Well, I'm sorry. Do you want me to deactivate my channel so I can do your podcast?
Give me your
week?
RSS feed.
Yeah.
I want to take your RSS feed like Thanos. I'm going around to different podcasts.
Podcast Thanos?
On podcast Thanos.
Fine.
Your RSS feed's in a little diamond on your head, and I go. I want to absorb everyone's show and take them in.
It's the at Luke Monis YouTube handles. In my forehead.
Yeah.
But I forget. We talked about circumcision scars, and I was like, I don't know where my circumcision scar is. And Caitlin was like, it's on your dick. And I was like, oh, is it that long piece of like scarry skin on the bottom? Someone is screaming outside, by the way.
Well,
I didn't realize you live in
that's the neighborhood.
Mad Max Fury Road over here.
Yeah, you should be happy you have a roof over your head, you know.
I took an Uber here. The guy had a big skeleton on the front of his car.
I did an Uber share. The other guy was on top playing a guitar.
Never gets old. Mad Max references. You know what I will say?
There's land. I've seen it. You know, Mad Max, Waterworld.
Of
Mad
course.
Water.
Anytime you do a
it's
show,
real.
anytime you do a show in a rough neighborhood, I
won't do the show.
Oh.
If someone's like, come to this neighborhood, I'm not going to do it.
Sometimes in LA you do a don't tell and it's in the kind of a sketchy area, and then if you make a Mad Max reference, people just love it. Like
of course.
Like, hey, I was on my way here. I saw a bunch of guys warming their hands over a big trash can on fire.
That's not even have to be Mad Max.
That's true.
So I did Connor McSpadden, very hilarious, well-known comics podcast. And they lived in a pretty an area of LA that I was like, what the fuck is this?
Sure.
Trash can on fire, etc., etc. Now,
was it the Mean Boys podcast?
Yes, it was the Mean Boys podcast. Now, let me ask you this.
Sure.
If you were a pirate.
You and I have the Nice Boys podcast, by the way. Go ahead.
Get to know me.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it should be called. No, it'd be my ex-girlfriends going, yeah, get to know them. Like, it's called the Nice Guys podcast, my ex-girlfriend. Yeah, you think. wait till you have a disagreement or an argument.
By the way,
he's doing the Johnny Depp. Not so funny now, is it?
She left a grumpy in the bed. I don't know. I have 8 scarves on. Your Honor, she kept leaving grumpies in the bed.
Yeah, no, it's actually a part of the Johnny Depp Amber Rose court case.
Rose.
What is it? Amber Heard.
Amber Heard.
Amber Rose is the she shaved her head and stuck her pinky up Kanye.
Good God, man.
Right, it's out there.
No, I didn't realize it was out
It
there.
is out there. What do you think? I just know this information?
I know she shaved her head, and I also know that she dated Kanye West, or she was maybe married.
She tweeted about it. She was like, Kanye, I bet you like that finger up your ass again.
I know.
Anyway, so it would be funny if in the Johnny Depp court case, you couldn't really hear what he was saying because of all the
the
judge is going, prosecutor, can you tell your client to please take off all that loud things like the chingy ching, and I can't even hear his fucking, he's got scarves. He's going, and he talks too low.
A lot of jingle jangle.
Johnny Depp does not want you to hear the words he's saying.
Totally. He's both with the timbre of his voice and with
Tim Burton of his voice.
Tim Burton is. Tim Burton is.
Tim Burton.
Who's he married to? Helena Bonham Carter.
I fucked Helena Bonham Carter on Tim Burton's llama. Anyway, let me ask you something.
Please, yeah.
So because I think about this all the time. You're a pirate.
Oh, right.
You're walking on the plank.
Sure.
They've planked you.
Yeah, they plank.
For whatever you are the plank.
Yeah, I am the plank. Yeah, that's the worst punishment, by the way. You have to be the plank today.
Yeah, it's either you be the plank or you're on the plank.
I have so many pirate questions, so I'm really glad we're doing this finally talking about this. Some comedians, they have their friends on their podcast to like hash out beef. You have me on your podcast to finally talk about all the pirate stuff I think about all the time. Go ahead, sorry.
That's actually my order at Kung Pao Chicken over there is hash out beef.
Okay.
Folks.
Also, Kung Pao Chicken is
I don't know.
a dish. That's the name of the restaurant.
It totally could be. Peking Kitchen was the name of the Chinese food place near my house.
Oh, okay.
Up, so I was trying to say Peking.
No, Peking. Yeah, sure. Peking. Another name for Beijing, which is the capital of China. Go ahead. Continue.
China.
Okay, we need to get to the pirate thing because I think people are going to be upset.
Yes. If you were walking the plank, now what are your thoughts going into that? You're walking the plank. Do I jump in the water, or what do I do here? Like, how do you survive? In your head, you're going, maybe I could survive this.
Well,
I think about that even with like jumping out of buildings when they're on fire and stuff. You go, I mean, I have a better chance, I guess, jumping out and
it's a great question because walking the plank, now that you say it, walking the plank is like basically just now it's time for you to go in the water.
Right.
I mean, the real thing is you didn't even need to get, if you're a pirate, you don't even need to bring a plank on your ship. You don't need to build a plank. You can just be like, hey, you're punished. Time for you to get in the water.
Right. I think they like the plank because they get to shout at you while you're walking and they make a little game out of it.
And I guess the ocean, if you fall into the ocean blue, you don't have a good chance of surviving.
Lucky, it's blue.
Right. You don't have a good chance of surviving because you're just swimming out there and nothing. You're probably going to eventually get tired and drown. I think that might be one of the worst ways to die is just treading water in the ocean until you get too tired. And then,
right. That Kevin James. Remember when Kevin James in his special did an act out of being in water and it was the best thing in the world? He goes,
is he doing that with his hands?
Yeah. He has his hands going.
I feel like we owe a lot to him.
Me especially. I mean, as you can tell by my new jacket here, I'm going full blown Kevin James in King of Queens when he was like athletic. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Wearing a backwards hat.
Yes.
And he was like wearing all these athletic clothes, but he was still a fat guy.
Right.
I think that's the progression for fat guys. I think we can only look good in sportswear.
Well, then eventually, first of all, you're not fat.
Clip it.
I mean, you're not a fat guy.
I actually want to hear something sad. I said that to myself walking through my house because I looked at a comment and I was like, you're not that fat.
You're not fat. I mean, like, I know fat people, okay? You're not fat.
Right, don't we all? Speaking of planks, I mean, that would be, if you were a fat pirate.
It would break pretty quickly.
We go,
and
actually, we're just going to, can you just jump over because this is our only plank? And we really don't want.
We don't like having the plank bent or it's splintered in any way.
Yeah, it's like broken. So the next person is like, well, I can't walk the full plank because it kind of does go down anyway.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I watched a video
recently
of someone throwing meat off of a cruise ship.
Why?
And
not why'd you watch it, but why were they throwing meat?
I don't know, but it showed all of like the sharks and stuff going like this and like eating it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that sharks and fish follow boats, waiting for someone to fall off.
Oh, you know what? Now that you say that, you're right. Because maybe walking the plank is like you fall in and a shark catches you like a dog catching a tennis ball.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that does happen. That must happen.
This is my move.
Yeah.
I'm aiming for as close as the boat as I can get.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to try and go under the boat and swim all the way to the other side.
Totally.
So that they're like, okay, he's not on the boat anymore. He's obviously in the water.
Exactly.
And then hold on to it as
Yes.
much as I can and then try to stow away in a place that they can't, the cargo area.
1,000%. That's the
And then
best thing you
as
can do.
soon as they hit Nassau.
Right. Where I assume they're going. They're going to Nassau. Then you climb on the poop deck.
Yeah.
I was on the poop deck. Yeah. You're going on the poop deck, and you're and if the poop deck isn't being scrubbed at the time, then you have safe passage into the Bahamas. Also, there's so many questions about pirates. Why the parrot? Why the relationship with the parrot? Why the monkey dressed as the pirate?
You don't need a monkey dressed as the pirate. Why do monkeys need to wear clothes, but the birds don't need to wear clothes?
That's a
to
great
look like
question.
A pirate?
Once in a grand while, you'll see a illustration of a pirate, and the parrot has a little bandana on. But that's as far as they'll ever go. They'll never put an eye patch on the parrot. However,
I mean, you really can't have an eye patch on the head of the parrot. That's too small. And
hey, listen. I mean, you're talking about giving a monkey a wild animal. They're giving them hoop earrings. They're giving them.
Imagine piercing a monkey's ear.
Yeah, I mean, think about that. That's the worst job on the pirate ship. Is the guy who has to pierce and dress the monkey.
Yeah,
the guy
that's
who's like
early.
Yar,
shit.
you have to. Somebody take Bubbles and put a spear through his little ear.
There's a Claire's in the boat. Yar, welcome to Claire's. Welcome to Claire's.
Welcome to Claire's. Yeah, we do one thing here. We also sell bedazzled phone cases. Claire's was a great store. I mean, Claire's what percentage of Claire's business do you think was piercing the ears of teens?
I got my ears pierced there when I was like 11.
Everybody I know got their ears pierced at Claire's. I think
Yeah.
Claire's was doing more piercing than they were selling. Now, Nicole, was Claire's selling girls clothing?
Maybe a little bit, but I feel like it was mostly jewelry and like
Jewelry.
cutesy stuff like the
Right.
phone cases. But I also
Right.
thought they had some weird piercing deal where it was like free.
I
You only
want
had
to say
to pay
it was
for the
free.
earrings.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Oh,
I believe that's true.
Are there places that charge for the piercing and the earring?
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
definitely.
places.
I think Claire's was a free piercing, but you had to
Oh.
buy. They upsell you on the cubic zirconia.
Yeah, I mean, it only makes
Cubic
sense.
zirconia.
To me, that makes sense to be like, yeah, we'll put a fucking hole in you, but you got to pay for the thing that you're walking out of with a
This is why you would have made a great Claire's
pirate.
I was gonna say Claire's like executive.
Yeah,
you'd
I'd
been
be
the-
in the boardroom going like, guys, come on, we're charging them for the thing.
Yeah, you would be like the Don Draper of Claire's.
Yeah, and
Imagine we made the piercing free. Imagine we did that.
what's like a funny a nice like thing that can grab them in, because that's all Mad Men are doing. They're trying to think of
Yeah, we have to make
Claire's, not
Claire's.
just a name.
It's not just a name. It's an idea.
It's an idea. It's an identity.
An identity.
It's not Claire's, not just an idea. No, Claire's, not just a name, an identity.
Make the piercing free.
Claire's, make the piercing free.
Make the piercing free. Make the name. Make the letters purple. Make everything purple in the store.
I think the hardest part about I think if you pierced a monkey's ear, all they would do is flip out for a second.
Like a baby. Like when they pierce a baby.
Yeah, I think if you pierce the monkey's ear, it goes, "Ah!" and then it kind of like goes back to being a monkey with a pierced ear.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
who's the guy walking around during the pirate age like, so you guys pierced those monkeys' ears?
Yeah.
When he's holding a sack of whatever to his wife, to his goodly wife.
He's got a sack of manure. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
and he's like, so he's asking them questions about like, there's like a parked pirate ship, and there's just a pirate standing there, and he's like, hey, you guys pirates? Yar. Can I ask you some things? Yar.
Yar.
Yeah. So that's how you say yes, huh? No.
No, that's funny thing is, were they all criminals?
Yeah.
This is like pirate.
Well, they were
cast
all welcome to the pirate cast.
title.
Blackbeard.
Blackbeard.
Blackbeard. We love Blackbeard.
We're doing incredible things with Blackbeard. We're doing incredible things with. We love Long John Silver.
He's got Fire in his beard. It doesn't make sense, but he looks scary. He looks scary, folks. We're doing incredible things with the fire in our beards.
We're bringing back Davy Jones' locker.
We're piercing monkeys' ears. We're putting them in little pirate clothes. They're going to steal coins for us.
Release the Kraken. Joe Biden won't release the Kraken.
We call him Crazy Joe. He won't release the Kraken.
I say every day. I say, why don't we release the Kraken? We don't know why. We got a crisis at the border. And I say, well, Kraken's right there. We're not doing anything with Kraken. Davy Jones, he's got tentacles for beard hair.
We become skeletons when the moon is out. There are good people on both sides. Skeletons when the moon is out, and then normal people. Good people on both sides.
In the nighttime, we're regular guys, but if you put a little moonlight on us, we go full skeleton.
We're full skeletons.
It's not about the nighttime. It's only about the moonlight. We're doing incredible things with moonlight.
An alligator ate my clock, and now he stalks me. Captain Hook.
Captain Hook. Why was I called Captain Hook before? Oh, now your cat's moving.
Yeah, what was he? Because he hates your. Actually, he loves your voice. He's like, I gotta get a good view of this. Captain Hook. What was his name before the hook?
Captain Hand.
We don't know. Captain Hand. I'm Captain Hand. Everyone goes, I think you're setting yourself up for something here.
Yeah. What if Captain Hand cut his hand off?
Captain Hook.
I think you should
no longer a hand.
Cut your hand off.
Captain Hook. Cut the hand off.
Cut your hand off. Become Captain Hook.
John Hamm's got a piece on him. Have you seen his cock?
He does. It makes John Hamm having a piece on him makes me self-conscious about wearing these kind of pants on camera.
Why?
Because I
Are
know
you self-conscious about this?
Well, I just think you know, if you have seen the control group of John Hamm walking like with an iced coffee in the West Village on TMZ, and he's got imagine that's the tough part about you don't want to be a famous actor because then things come out about you where it's like, even if you got a big hog.
Yeah.
First of all, the two people who have probably the most prominent penis information out there are John Hamm and you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Isn't that nuts?
Pete Davidson, and John Hamm are probably the most public-facing penis people in America.
Yeah, I'm like literally a D-list penis guy.
You walk around, you are, I would say, you're climbing the ranks too, because you walk around and people come up to you like you're Yeah, they go for like you're the I don't know, not the mayor, but maybe the comptroller.
I'll tell you what, and this is why I have no problem with being called for, because on some days that's a compliment. On some days I'm like, you should see it right now. It's like
Right.
It's bad. But on some days it's like, okay, it's a little bit bigger than 4 right now. You know,
Totally.
my penis is like an accordion.
Totally. I think most men don't want to talk about it, but a lot of men are hitting 4 a lot. Not usually erect. I think a lot of men are hitting 4 flaccid.
I've heard a lot of times that my penis is perfect, and that's all I care about.
I'm sure. Most times I do a podcast with you, we end up talking about how you have your penis and you attract the interest of. I'm trying to do Howard Stern, but it went back to Don Draper.
Look at you.
Look
You know
at
what
you.
I like about tall guys? Whenever I'm with a tall guy in a group, it makes me feel like we're like extras in a Star Wars movie. You know what I mean? Because there's like different sizes. I was on the train. I was on the PATH train yesterday, and I was on the train. There was a guy who was so tall that while he was in the train, he had to go like this, and then to get out, he had to duck under and come up.
Right.
And that made me feel like I was in a Star Wars movie. Because we're all coming out of it, and then you got this big guy.
That's now I understand.
You know what I mean?
It's you, the tall guy, the guy who guards Jabba the Hutt's palace, who has like a big snake for hair. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A Waldo or whatever his name is. What's that guy who's like
A Watto.
A Watto character.
A Watto guy. I don't know. You got a Jar Jar. Yeah, there's a lot.
You got a Jar Jar.
We love Jar Jar. Go ahead, sorry.
Folks. We love Jar Jar. Misa. We love it.
We're doing incredible things with the Gungan people.
They're all from Naboo.
They live underwater in Naboo. They don't bother anybody.
They don't bother. Good people on both sides.
You put a little plug on your nose and you talk to the Gungans.
There's always a bigger fish.
There's always a bigger fish.
There's always a bigger fish. Qui-Gon. We remember Qui-Gon sacrificed himself for Anakin. I don't understand what you're sacrificing yourself for. Someone who's evil. I don't get it. I wouldn't do it.
There's no reason to. He shouldn't have died. There was no reason to do it.
I would have bought the mother, brought her back on the ship, left the little boy. He has a whole life ahead of him.
She was cute.
She was cute. She had a fat ass. Oh, she had a great ass.
How often? What's the percentage of Trump on the podcast?
Not strong.
Not
yet.
as strong as you
Oh.
think, but when you're around, it really gets it comes out.
Oh,
of me.
interesting. So have you had a bunch of guests? You do some solos, or what's going on?
Oh, okay. Let's peel behind the curtain a little bit. Do a little talking God, or talking pod.
Talking
I
pod,
guess.
yeah.
Talking pod. We've had a few guests. This is the best episode so far. You know.
What does that mean? Oh, it's not the best
No,
episode.
I'm just trying to make you feel good.
Oh God, am I bombing?
You're not bombing.
Okay.
No. I was just
All right,
saying.
let
I
me-
was just saying.
Let me get
Definitely up there.
Let me snap into it.
No,
snap into it
this is
here.
a great episode.
I want to talk. Let me spill some dirt.
I did have a
let's-
fucking thing I wanted to say, but I completely forgot when we were talking about the Gungans and Jar Jar. Oh, we actually touched because Luke has a podcast called Luke Mones Explains. Explain?
Explained.
Explained.
The title is. We're working on the title.
Yeah. I like the title.
Thank you. I like your title.
Thanks. And you actually touched upon it very briefly, but I don't think we were able to get into it as much as I would like to get into this. But is that character of Wardor
Watto.
Watto? See, I'm like totally even disrespecting the character because I don't even remember his name. I don't even remember it now. Wardor?
Are you serious? I just said Watto.
Watto. Okay. It's easy to forget.
Well, that's one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. I literally just said Watto, and you go,
Watto.
thanks. What's his name?
Watto.
You're like a guy with short-term memory.
Yeah.
You're like,
I have to
"Hi,
write
I'm
it on
Brendan."
my skin. I have like memento.
Yeah, but it's just the
Um,
name of a ancillary character from the Phantom Menace.
But that's the thing. I think, and you touched upon this, what a powerful character. The only character in the whole series that wasn't able to be tricked by the mind trick.
That's right. He's the only one who goes, your Jedi mind tricks didn't work on me.
Yeah. And they didn't even touch upon that, which I feel like, if anything, Qui-Gon should have said, fuck the boy, fuck the mother. Let's take this flying Arab
How about this flying?
and let's put him in our fucking ship.
Sure.
And this guy's powerful. Holy shit.
Yeah.
He can't be told. I mean, that's crazy. Every even like Jedis. Well, maybe not Jedis,
No.
but like humans.
It means that Watto was. Now we're getting now we're in the nerd corner. It seems like Watto is probably force sensitive. Now,
That's crazy.
now this also ties into my
Could he
theory.
be choked? Could he be thrown? Who knows?
Could he have force Could he have force lightning? Now, this ties into my theory that most Star Wars movies begin with a bunch of bugs selling junk. If you think about most Star Wars movies, they start with either a flashback or a thing like, honestly, of the 9 Star Wars movies plus the like Rogue One, Solo, etc., most of them either begin with or like near the beginning is like a big junk thing, like a junk trader or junk sales.
Yeah.
And it's like a bug being like, you need 4 parsecs for this piece of poop or whatever. It's like a bug selling poop, and then like your hero is working there for the bug.
Right.
Anyway, just a theory, just a interesting thing I tweeted 6 years ago. And then
Now, I wonder why
I
is
got
that?
canceled for it.
When we have George Lucas on, if we could, I mean, how great would that be?
Wouldn't that be great if it was like me, Mike Feeney, George Lucas? That was
Yeah.
your order of
We
guests?
put him over there
Yeah.
next to Feeney.
Oh yeah, I meant that's the order.
He
of
has to
guests.
share a mic
You mean-
with Feeney. Sorry, guys, we only have 3 mics, so you're gonna have to share.
Yeah, and usually there's 2 mics.
Hey, who we've had on the show? We had both
At the same
mics
time?
At the same time.
We had both mics at the same time.
We had both mics at the same. Now, when you do your podcast, the impressions, are you doing them a lot, or is it just when I come on?
I would say it's mostly when you come on, but I mean, I've slipped into a few of them. I mean, I think when you're probably right. We probably infect each other. We tend to do some more voices when we're around each other than normal. But
Right. Hey, fuck this question. So it's your birthday.
it is my birthday.
What's your worst birthday you've ever had?
What's my Halpert cam?
This
one?
Bum, bum, bum.
Curb music.
Yeah, curb music in the office.
Okay. Star Wars Cantina. No. I don't know. The worst birthday I ever had.
Yeah. Really dig deep.
Well, a few days before, I went to Las Vegas with my family before because my brother and I were born 5 days apart, and so for me and my brother, I think his 11th birthday and my 7th birthday, we went to Las Vegas.
Okay. For
Is
your
he-
11th birthday?
My 7th birthday.
Oh.
Look, I mean, there wasn't a lot. It was things were. It was clearly a lean time.
Yes, of course.
We went to Las Vegas and
trying to win some money.
yeah, exactly. I'm on a crate at the craps table. No, but I was in the wave pool at Mandalay Bay. Where Mandalay Bay, by the way, is where that big shooting happened 20
Yeah.
years later. Coincidence? I don't know. But no, it's a very popular hotel. And we're so sorry for the victims. But terrible shooting.
Yeah.
Anyway, some really strange details about the shooting.
I like that the Mandalay Bay rhymes. It's the only hotel I think that rhymes.
I think that's probably. Could that really be the only hotel that rhymes?
Yeah.
It's probably the only hotel on the strip that rhymes.
Name
Caesar's
another.
Palace. No.
Flamingo.
Flamingo Resort. The Rio definitely doesn't rhyme.
No.
Though, unless it was the Rio. But it's not. It's
Oh.
the Rio.
No, Rio.
Okay, anyway. I slipped in the wave pool and broke my skull and almost died.
What? Really? Really?
Yeah. It was the closest I've ever come to death. I touched death. I met death in the face and said, "Not today."
Whoa. Or,
No.
or actually, death said to you, not today.
Actually, I remember it a little differently.
I think I was there. I was standing behind you.
I was there. I was
going,
talking to a big, tall
You-
guy with
you
no
go-
face and a Skype.
Yeah. You go, not today, death. And then you walked away, and I went, I stepped up. We can do that?
And he went, "Yeah, it's a weird loophole."
Yeah, you actually can say no to me.
Yeah,
Nobody knows that.
But I slipped in the wave pool and cracked the back of my head open.
You saw a
and-
guy in a thing pointing to a grave, and you're like, no, spirit. Please, spirit. If this is the things that may be, then maybe they haven't happened yet. And then you
It's
woke
literally
up.
what happened.
What day is it, boy?
Yeah.
Why? It's May 3rd.
Now I remember the
Go get me a
EMTs
goose.
But sir, it's not Christmas.
Get a goose.
Christmas goose. I was on the floor of not the floor, it's outside, so the ground. How come you can't have ground inside? That was the ground outside, and I remember the EMTs being like, "What time is it? What day is it?"
No, there's got to be more to this. Let's go back. This is the beginning of the story where they're going, what time is it? What time it is? And then you look at the camera and you go, you're probably wondering how I got
okay, yeah.
here.
So I'll tell you exactly what happened. So have you ever been to a wave pool, or you guys know what a wave pool is? Some
Wave
people don't know
pools-
what a wave pool is.
Very dangerous,
Are they?
by the way.
Well,
I've heard they're
certainly for me, they
very
were
dangerous.
I never went back in
People
one.
almost drown all the time.
I went back in one once. But
Almost.
yeah. Well, you know where people usually get hurt at the wave pool is in the very back of it where there's the wave being generated. And that's what you're talking about. That's where like kids can drown because there's like this big machine going
and, like-
taking in water. It's like,
Right.
oh, maybe we shouldn't have built a play area next to the giant suck machine. By the way, giant suck machine. You asked me what I'm doing tonight for my birthday? Come on. Anyway.
Okay, so you're at the Mandalay Bay.
I have no plans. Go ahead.
You're at the Mandalay Bay.
Yeah, and I got injured not at the suck machine, but I got injured at the very front, like where the wave pool meets the shallowest part of the wave pool. I was walking, big boy, 6
and
going on 7,
Wow, holy shit.
slipped. I had a big head, hit my head on the back, and
Bled out?
bled out. Well, no,
Did your whole did you bleed out?
I got a concussion and a skull fracture.
Ooh. So what is a skull fracture? What does that mean? Like, what does your skull still have it? Is there a little crack?
I believe there's a crack. Thank God. If it had been like,
Crack?
honestly, There was a crack, and if I think it's healed now.
Oh
But,
my
like,
god!
if I
Then
had
does your
had-
ass have a fracture in it? Because that's a big crack.
Speak for yourself. No, but I had a it healed eventually, but I had to be very careful and very still
Yeah,
for a long time.
I'd love some people just like tourists on vacation from like Jamaica or something, just seeing you. I think the boy got himself a school fracture with a big martini and a big glass. What's going on over there? The big boy got a school fracture.
Someone call an ambulance.
Somebody call an ambulance.
No, but I think some strangers must have found me, and then my family came. And
strangers found you. You could have drowned.
Oh, dude. I mean, listen, I'm telling you, it was a close call. That's why it was and then I don't know what I was doing on my birthday. I was probably in the hospital, but I remember, have you ever had an MRI?
Yeah.
Can I ask for what?
I got an MRI. That's like the same as a CAT scan, right? And
Yeah.
just ignore the sounds outside. This guy
What is
moves to
going
Los
on?
Angeles for 5 years.
I didn't
and
realize.
just forget. Sorry
Are
that
we in
there's
the-
no birds chirping.
Yeah, are we in the neighborhood from Hey Arnold? What's going on?
Arnold. So you just hear that outside. Do-do-do-do-do. I actually have to go. I go. Oh, I be right back, and then I'm outside.
Move it, football head. By the way, if there was a boy with a real head shaped like a football, he would be in the hospital.
Yeah,
all the
he'd
time.
move out of New York because he couldn't fit in the apartment.
That's right. Go ahead.
So,
hey, short man. That's what his grandpa called him. Go ahead.
what about that guy that constantly was getting punched by Helga
Oh,
and Olga? Remember Helga or Helga's sister Olga?
wasn't Olga
Smoke show.
So Smoke Show, and then Helga was the not exactly.
Yeah, well, she cleaned up nice, but
Did she
yeah.
in the movie?
Also, one black guy.
One black guy.
I don't think so.
Gerald, and then the Asian borders. It was not a very diverse for a depiction of what was supposed to be, I think, New York City. It was not very diverse.
Right.
Um,
So anyway,
and then there was that kid, Sid, who had his nose started under his hat.
yeah.
Remember, he had a big, long kind of penis nose, and it started under his. It
Yeah.
would be like if my nose started here, and nobody seemed to.
You look good with a backwards hat on.
Thank you. Oh, no.
Nah.
Nobody seemed to care that there was a boy with a head shaped like a football
Yeah.
and a kilt, and then also a boy.
The
who's-
kilt is probably
There's
the
a news story here.
that's how unrealistic that show was. A boy living in a urban area. I don't care how confident you are, and let's not forget Arnold gave off some confidence. I don't care how confident you
Yeah.
are. You're not wearing a kilt in the city.
What if you had the coolest room of any kid in America? 'Cause
Nobody
he had
saw the
coolest-
room. No one really
That's
saw
true.
the room.
That's true.
Doesn't matter.
That's true. But if you had the confidence walking around and go, anytime I want in this city, I can go home to what is essentially America's coolest room.
Sure.
Okay, I'm sorry. So go ahead. Tell me.
I wish there was a scene in Arnold where he walked past like a bunch of Gerald's other friends that they don't, Arnold doesn't really see.
Right.
And he's like, "Hey, Gerald," and Gerald's friends are like, "Yo, who's that motherfucker with the kilt? That your girlfriend? Yo, why's your girlfriend wearing a dress like that? Yo, what up? Yo, hey, yo, what size kilt is that? Don't answer that. Don't answer that. Give me that kilt, man. Yo, give me that kilt, man. What are you gonna do with it? I want it. Don't take his kilt, man. Gerald, shut the fuck up.
Gerald also had a.
You always defending this motherfucker. Give me the kilt, bitch.
So they have interacted before. Gerald's friends and Arnold.
I'm just talking about. I guess so. I guess in this world, yes, they have interacted before.
Spinning newspaper.
Hey, Gerald, what are you doing? Man, Gerald, talk to this bitch quick. Then we got to go back to selling drugs.
Oh my God.
Now, take that however you want it. But I mean that I bring that character to life with the sweetest of hearts.
I understand
You understand
that.
it? There's no racism. I'm just talking about that,
No one even said race was involved.
nobody had to say it. I'm just saying there
Nor
might
did
be
they.
some people out there that look at that and they go, well, this is some racist kind of character. We know they're, I won't lug you in.
Yeah, don't
here.
lug me in there.
But Luke Mones always says that there are these characters that live in this world and they should be abolished.
I am the one who said that your screaming neighborhood sounded like Hey Arnold or Mad Max or That's all I said.
Isn't it funny in the Star Wars movies when someone, instead of saying killed, they said they were destroyed? You know, they go,
Yeah.
Qui-Gon was destroyed.
No one swears and no one said. Does anyone say shit or piss?
No, but when I die, say destroyed. Say what happened to Brendan?
He was
Diabetes destroyed him.
Yeah. I will destroy you.
Yeah.
No, that's what they do to keep it like PG or PG-13.
Yeah.
What were we talking about before the noise of the Hey Arnold?
Brendan's
you-
MRI.
Oh, Brent,
You were
so yes,
talking
what was the
about- you were
purpose of
asking
your
if I got
CAT
a-
scan?
So is that a CAT scan? So I was getting headaches a lot. And
fuck.
my mom was like, we got to go check your brain. It's actually where I found out where Sagalow is kind of Russian, because the guy who did it was this big Russian guy wearing a doctor's coat.
Was he a doctor or was he just a Russian guy?
He was the door guy.
I see.
No, he
My
he
friend.
goes Sagalow. He goes, it's a strong Russian name. And I go, oh, I thought I was Irish. He goes, Sagalow comes from Sagalov. And I was
Oh,
like,
that's
yeah.
probably true. Yeah,
So I was
Sagalow.
like, okay. And then he was like, now get in the magnet tube. And we did an MRI, and it wasn't too bad. I think at that time, when you're younger, I think I have more of a threshold for psychological things like that. Like roller coasters didn't scare me. This shit didn't scare me. But
Mhm.
now I feel as an adult, I would be kind of terrified of an MRI and being like, can someone please put on a movie podcast?
That's interesting because I was the opposite. I was scared of stuff as a kid, and now I think you could do anything to me. Honestly, I think you could put me in a CAT scan. I'd be fine. But I kept pissing myself in the CAT scan. It's kind of a dark story.
What?
I was a kid and I kept pissing myself in the CAT scan, and the doctor kept coming out and being like, "This is where I learned the phrase start from scratch," because the guy kept going, "We're gonna have to start from scratch," because I kept pissing myself in the CAT scan, and I was like, "What does that mean? Are you gonna scratch me?"
I think you're focused. That's funny that your brain does that it's focusing on you're like, that's the first time I've heard start from scratch. When
Yeah.
really we should be focusing on you pissing yourself in an MRI. Now, why did you do that? Were you scared?
Because I'm a little kid, my head is broken, I'm confused and concussed.
Do you have to
and-
pee really badly?
No, but I was scared, and when you're a little kid and you're scared, you sometimes pee yourself.
How much water were they giving you? How many
I-
times did you piss?
Probably twice, I think.
Twice.
Honestly, you're asking me to remember something from 25 years ago where my head was cracked open. So it's hard for me to
but
put
you
together
remember
memories. I remember the start from
start
scratch.
from you remember that
But
perfectly.
that's what trauma is. I think trauma, you form memories and
That's
stuff.
so
you know?
funny. You're getting raped, and you're like, well, that's where I learned the sick as a dog idiom. So that was your worst birthday, you think?
Probably.
Oh
I
my
mean,
God. What was your best, would you say?
my best birthday? You were probably there. It was my 25th birthday. I had a big party at the Well, which is a big bar in Bushwick. You were there. It's since
Yeah.
closed, and I don't
Oh.
know, I got really housed, and just had all my friends there, and
Like unhoused? Or
the opposite.
I went back to a home.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I had a bunch of great like post comedy birthdays. I never had a birthday party. I had one birthday party as a kid though, one or two.
Really?
Yeah, I was not a big.
I was a big birthday guy. Where was your birthday party? At
I had a birthday
bowling
party at-
alley?
Yeah, first kindergarten, I had a birthday party at bowling alley, and then third grade we had a birthday party. Oh no, I maybe had two clown parties: a preschool clown party, and because I talked about my preschool clown party last time I was on. Here's the scenario. Remember,
Right.
I had a guy named BJ.
Oh, yeah.
And we exposed him.
We exposed
We
him,
exposed BJ.
which was wild.
Did he ever reach out to you?
Reach out to me. I got sued in small claims court. No, he didn't reach out. But he and then I had another clown, a lady clown, come to, in third grade, and I remember she pulled the thing out of her mouth.
Was
you
she
know, that-
hot?
I don't recall her being sexualized in that way. I was a child, and she was dressed like a clown. It wasn't doing it for me. I don't recall. This is the Howard Stern part.
Yeah.
Oh, how was the clown? Oh my God!
They got the clown in. Look at you.
Look at your big red nose. Oh, my God.
Robin, look at her.
Pull that multicolored cloth out of your mouth.
Oh my God, is your panties different colors?
Yeah.
Robin comes in.
She had a
Rob,
big red
I
nose.
love how much Robin supported Howard.
Yeah, and she still does. And
Does.
they're probably the best team in radio until us right now.
What was your best gift you've ever gotten for a birthday? Now that's something you got to remember. nice pair of wet pants
Wet pants.
from pissing
Oh,
yourself.
pissing myself. Oh, sorry. I
Now
should've
who's
gotten that.
forgetful?
Man, I don't know. I don't know the best birthday gift I
You're
ever got.
blocking that shit out, man.
Oh,
Good thing the MRI machine wasn't tilted up, or else you'd have drowned.
When I was, I think like 16 or 17, I got they don't exist anymore. There was like because like the iPhone came so soon after and like video phones came so soon after, but it was like shaped like an iPod.
Yeah.
I forget what it was called. Do you remember these? They were like little digital cameras that were like shaped like iPod.
Webcam.
Yeah, flip cameras.
flip cam.
A flip camera.
Yeah. I
And
had
they
one of
plugged
those.
into your whatever they had like a little side thing that would come out that you could plug into the computer.
Exactly. I had one of those, and that was it was so fun and
Yeah.
so cool. And it seemed like, honestly, at the time, it seemed like the height of technology.
Yeah.
And to have one, I mean, I don't know if that was my best birthday gift ever. It was one of the most memorable ones because I was like, it was just so cool. And now the fact that it's just like everybody has one, I was like the king. I was like the blank check kid.
Yeah.
Because I was walking around, I had a flip. Is that what it was called? Flip cam. That sounds very familiar.
Flip cam is definitely what it was. Yeah.
Did you guys have one?
Oh, I had one.
Oh.
I used it for comedy. Like it's perfect for
I keep
comedy.
forgetting you started comedy in 2006. This is crazy.
Yeah, I started comedy with it was back at the comic strip with Jerry Seinfeld, Adam Sandler.
Yeah,
back then that was the place. to
Larry
be.
Miller.
Yeah. Some comics they don't know. Doggy Brown. Old Doggy Brown.
Doggy around, Fats Malloy.
So let me ask you this:
Guys whose just headshots are on the comic strip wall, and you're like, who is that? Dude, that's my favorite part about comedy clubs.
Oh,
Whether it's
yeah.
most of the people everybody at the cellar, but
for the most part.
the strip and like clubs on the road. There's just, and the store. I mean, the comic
Yeah.
store, forget about it. There's
Yeah.
just people on the wall where you're like, who is that?
Right. There's just like it's kind of a reminder of like you can just one day just be a guy on a wall that another comic is looking at going, who's that guy?
One of my favorite things is occasionally on accident stumbling upon on Facebook really like in their 70s or 80s comedians who like did it way back in the day.
Yeah.
Who like keep in touch with each other on Facebook in the way that like people who went to high school keep in touch. Boomers who went to high school keep in touch
Right.
on Facebook, but they like, here's the reunion of like the old improv crew from like, the kind of people who probably knew Richard Lewis,
Right.
who like didn't blow up or whatever.
Right.
We're like, here's the old improv crew from 76, and they're all kind of hanging out. And it's
Oh,
like,
man.
no, not making fun of them. It's just it's fascinating.
It's
to me.
fascinating. Yeah.
So I like seeing that because occasionally we're friends, and it's like you go to their Facebook and it's like, oh, I have like 8 mutual friends with this person because they just they
Yeah.
don't really do comedy anymore, but and I meet a lot of those people in Los Angeles.
I think we should get those kind of people on the show because everybody's doing, podcasts with famous people. You know what I mean? So it's like we should get people that love comedy that it didn't quite work out for. Hey,
my
and look
God.
who's here. That scared the living shit out of me.
Oh my
Mike Cannon
God.
in the motherfucking house
To
for
have-
any kind of
What's up,
murderer to
man?
come in,
How you
and
doing?
you're actually here for a perfect time because it's Luke's. You can sit right here with us.
This is crazy.
It is Luke's birthday today.
Happy
I didn't-
birthday!
thank
Mine's
you.
Wednesday.
Really?
These are way
Yeah,
thinner
so-
pants
yeah,
than
we
I
were
thought.
talking
I've never been
about
touched
that.
that way
I
before.
just touched them and it was just full thigh.
Dude, it's basically skin tight.
That was
I'm like
intimate.
Flanders right
Yeah.
now.
That
And
felt
I was
good,
asking,
though.
I was asking
keep your
Luke.
hand there, please.
I was asking Luke about like his birthdays and stuff, and because I wanted to lead into
Is your birthday really the
'cause
27th?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Wednesday. Look at us, 2 Aries kings.
Look
two
at us,
Aries
baby.
Kings. So you guys, so you want to have a couple? Like you're a very healthy guy. You want to have as many birthdays as you can, right?
What is going on? How did you become the worst podcast host immediately the second he came in?
I'm nervous.
This
No.
is crazy, dude. That's the worst question I've ever heard.
Well, every time
So
we go out,
you want to have a lot of birthdays?
every time we go out, we go to a diner together.
You sound like an
I get a
8-year-old who was
cheeseburger,
given a microphone.
obviously, and he gets a Cobb salad every time. So I'm assuming you want to live long.
Yeah, but he's eating Cobb salad, and that is filled with ham and a ton of bacteria
dude.
because
Oh,
those
really?
people don't properly refrigerate.
I didn't know
it.
they were bad for you. Well, anyway, so I wanted to do something.
You have a bit about how Caesar salad and Cobb salad is bad as
Oh
a
yeah, remember
Yeah,
that
but that
bit?
gives you a nice little insight into how much Brendan believes his own jokes. Just saying it
literally.
to say it.
Yes,
No, you're a healthy guy. You like Cobb salad.
yeah,
and
it's,
Caesar salad.
yeah. We're kidding. You know, sometimes I say things that just don't matter to
Literally,
me at all.
your bit was like, Caesar salad, that's as bad as a cheeseburger. Wah, 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 wah. I'm
yeah,
sorry to do
yeah.
that
There was
voice,
some.
but
No,
it's-
that does sound like me.
Yeah.
So I wanted to give you your present.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, you didn't get me anything.
No. But we're gonna. Oh, not yet. My present's at medieval times. So I tried to turn out the light. I guess that's nothing.
Dude, what was that?
That was Brendan literally darkening the TV studio
Oh, I
for
see.
a reveal, not
I see.
recognizing the production lights that are on.
These two huge floodlights like we're at a high school football game.
We're all gonna sing happy birthday, all right?
To both of us, though.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Luke. Happy birthday to you.
My God, great harmony. Thank you, guys.
You didn't like the
Blow
harmony,
your
Nicole?
candle out.
She took
Is,
the headphones
is this
off.
a trick candle?
No, you just have weak.
I'm just kidding.
Thank you very much. Wow, that's a lot of smoke.
It's
for
a trick in
candle.
the sense that
So I
even when it's on, the house still smells like
So I
cat
completely
shit.
forgot about. Does it smell bad?
Yes.
That's what Nicole was
The
saying. It
minute you
smells
walk
bad.
in, you're hit with just absolute ammonia piss.
Well,
Thank you so much. Is this a wow? This is great.
yeah, it's a Cobb salad.
This is really great. Did you get this, Nicole?
I got it.
That
got it.
doesn't look
I got
new.
it for you.
You got it. Well,
It's
brand new.
Did
The
you
guy
buy it
came-
today?
having said that, I do have some thoughts. To quote Austin Powers, first of all, Cobb salad usually has blue cheese and not cheddar, and I don't know a Cobb salad to have come with carrots. So,
Well, I've never ordered
you
a
send it
Cobb
back?
salad.
Good. No, thank you so much. This is really nice.
I've never ordered a Cobb salad in my life. I like that you put it down. You put it where you would put like a gift. You put it
thank you.
like right.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
you go. Thank
Out
you
of
so
my
much.
sight.
A bag goes in the pile. Out of my sight.
Out of my sight.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't like
because
the,
I was
the
gonna-
brown the brown lettuce. That's tough to look at.
This is a good
You
place.
know, like doesn't it look aged?
This is a nice place.
I was looking forward to it.
Yeah.
No,
you
yeah,
were.
it's no. I mean, I'm
to
going to
be-
eat it. I mean, of
Are
course,
you?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, geez, should I not eat it?
I think you should eat it because it's a nice
Probably
place.
cost you $16.
$13.
Yeah, 13. Yeah, oh, 13.
The
13
the
bucks. From a deli.
sincerity and actual real redness on your face
Well,
is fucking
I'm feeling
nuts,
all of
dude.
these emotions because Luke came in and said it doesn't smell at all. So I was like, oh, maybe
But I
He's
also-
a better friend than me.
I smelled it eventually. I did say it smells a little bit like cat poop
all right.
or waste.
Waste.
You're gonna make me eat this like the kid in Matilda.
smell it,
You're
too.
gonna finish the whole thing. You're
Yeah.
gonna go full bog trotter on me.
What a pull.
Thank you
Was
very
that the
much.
kid's name or the teacher?
She was
Trunchbull.
She was Trunchbull, and it was Bruce Bogtrotter was the chocolate
That's
chocolate
amazing.
cake boy.
Yeah,
Should I turn
brunette
this light back
Brendan.
on?
Dude, he's walking off his own podcast.
You can't bog trotter me on my own
Oh,
show.
there we go.
Nobody bog trotters me.
I
Wow.
never saw that movie, so I don't really.
You never saw Matilda?
Yeah, I've never saw Matilda. Okay, vibes have changed.
All right. Yeah, this is
Vibes.
I didn't
changed.
even do anything.
We were here talking about pirates.
This
and
is
then
actually
this guy comes
this
in.
is a great science. I hope everybody stayed to the end and watched this. But I do. This is a great social experiment in the sense that I'm sure you guys were having a great time. I sat down and was nothing but pleasant.
Yeah.
I didn't even
You
say
were.
anything about the cat smell. I said nothing. You brought it up. I affirmed it because it's just unmistakable.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, I've been very pleasant. And for whatever reason, you've turned. And I've done nothing. But the viewing audience, a bunch of fucking incels that relate to this tub of
No
shit
way.
more than any other
We have
human
the
on the
coolest
internet.
listeners.
It's like I'm the fucking devil incarnate because I sit down and this goofball thinks he's sitting next to the high school quarterback again.
No way, dude.
I think that
I got along with the high school quarterback.
The
I was
listeners are not going to
always
side with Mike. I think 100%.
good.
No,
let 'em.
you'd think so.
Yeah?
Let
but
'em.
it,
I hope
it's
they
not
do.
the case because Brendan.
No, I hope they
Brendan
do.
is them. He's of the internet.
And
he
I'll
is
side with you.
He is born in the incel.
Just because I'm 18
You're
and
incel
you're
bane.
100.
He really is.
Yeah.
But he can't breathe for a different reason.
Yeah. I think Mike.
That's a sleep apnea man.
I think Mike is just jealous that I got you a birthday salad.
I'm a little upset at that for sure.
maybe you got him a present too.
You were at my party yesterday and offered me nothing but 3 words.
Happy birthday.
and then Sir Bad Knees while I was getting
Yeah,
knighted.
that was hilarious.
Yeah, it sure
Did
was.
you have a turkey leg?
What?
Did you have a turkey
I
leg?
had a turkey. Like I had a
Oh,
full
wow.
turkey. I don't know what the fuck I ate,
Dude,
but
yeah,
that was
what they
huge.
gave us.
Yeah, I'd love to. I've never been.
I mean,
I've
medieval
only been there in
times
6th
is-
grade, and I thought it was going to be this kitschy dog shit spot.
Yeah.
I don't know how they survived COVID, but it seems like some billionaire put a fresh flow of cash into that
really?
place.
Yeah.
Because everything's brand new.
Everything
Everything
brand
was
new.
great. It looked good. There was
Wow.
all
The
fresh sand where the
energy-
horses were being
I
tortured.
mean, the energy in that room is I've gone to sports games, not a lot, but I've gone to sports games that don't have that energy at all.
right.
And the energy that was in the medieval times room, it was insane. People were like, "Yes, kill him!" I was saying to Nicole,
You'd have to catch me in Pottstown, Pennsylvania at Soul Joel's to match that energy.
yeah, on the 26th or the
It's
27th.
already there.
Oh,
No, of next month. I'm headlining there.
Good.
Yeah.
Is this going to be out by then?
No.
this is.
We're not putting this out.
Yeah, this is a practice app.
This is a practice.
This
yeah.
is just to get the cameras warmed up.
This is just to test the lighting, the overhead one bulb versus the production floods.
I was saying to Nicole, it's a recording. Like they're not really talking or acting, but it's definitely like a recording. And but I was like, if it was a microphone, like how much as the night are you just getting pumped up, like accidentally cursing and being like, let's fucking go, I'll kill you.
Yeah.
When you're like fighting this guy.
Is it
Oh,
jousting?
you mean when they're fighting?
Yeah.
Because the interlude stuff, that was all real voice.
No, I think that's a recording.
No, they were talking. They were talking out of their mouth. They have microphones.
I think they just. I mean, maybe.
What? Why? Hold on. Let's.
Well, because the recording.
please.
Sure. No,
they
I
play
get.
it
I get
after.
what you're thinking, and I totally understand it. But then, why would they wear a microphone and intentionally try to match? Like, why
Yeah,
would there be a
doesn't
lip
make
sync?
sense.
Like, why would they do that?
'Cause
Why
they're-
wouldn't they
they're
just
also
talk?
wearing things on
Why
their
wouldn't they
face.
just turn the speakers on instead?
You guys
of lip
got a
sync?
real way of talking, huh? So this is why I think it's.
Jesus, man. It's my birthday. It's almost Mike's birthday.
That's true. Yeah, the birthday boys. New podcast, birthday boys.
Anyway,
What happened to you, dude?
No,
what did I
I'm kidding.
do?
I'm
Are you
playing
mad
up-
at me?
No.
Okay.
I'm playing up to it. I'm
Are
just
you mad
trying to
at
be
me?
funny.
couldn't
Should
be
I
less
go?
mad at you.
I don't think I've
I
ever
just
been mad at
screamed
you in my
three
life.
people on the phone. I'm feeling good.
Have you really?
Yeah, you know why.
Oh yeah. I don't think I've ever been mad at you. Not like maybe that one time we got into like an argument, but
When did we get in an argument? What
we
was it
were
about?
at Atlantic City.
Oh yeah, that was fun. Were you there for that?
We didn't
No,
even
that
know
was,
her.
we
I
didn't
don't
know
think.
Nicole. That was pre-Nicole on Here's the Scenario.
Pre-Nicole.
We did a live episode, and Nicole, wouldn't you believe it? Only the security guards were there to watch.
And Rick
from Scranton.
From Scranton.
Who was definitely watching this episode. So Ricky, we appreciate you.
I
You're
don't
a
think
great
he
guy.
likes me as much as he likes you guys.
He doesn't go to your stuff, does he? But
Nah.
he'll see featuring Mike Cannon. He'll watch.
Yeah, he'll go, oh, I gotta check this out. I gotta drive 4 hours to check this out.
No, Rick is the fucking man.
He's the man.
But it was just him and Brendan and I. It was actually maybe today's date because it was my birthday weekend.
Oh yeah! Holy
That's
shit!
that's
dude.
crazy. It may have
That's
been
crazy
today's
that I'm bringing
date.
this up.
And I don't even know what it was about, but I remember I realized Brendan was seriously mad.
Yeah.
And then I unloaded on him for 5 minutes.
Because what happened was,
what?
On pod?
I know exactly what happened.
No, on backstage where I absolutely just fucking undressed him and then walked out.
I know, and I hope we gave Feeney like divorced kid
He
PTSD.
definitely was terrified. He was
And
terrified.
you did not
Then
w-
after it, Brendan and I were like, we're cool.
Yeah,
High
that's
five,
fine.
We're fine.
We were fine pretty quick, but I remember what it was about. It was I was in a bad mood,
That's right.
which put you in a bad mood because it's your birthday, and you're
Right.
like, why does he get to be in a bad mood? It's my fucking
my
birthday.
party. I'll cry if I want
Yeah,
to.
you'll cry if you want to. I'll cry I'm gonna cry, but I
You'll
don't
cry
know
if he wants you
Yeah, yeah. It really, that's really what it should be. It's my birthday. I'll cry if I want to, and guess what? You'll cry if I want you to.
Yeah.
You're gonna cry if you want me to.
You're on my birthday cry schedule.
Yeah. You know what? Everyone's crying. Cry, everyone. It's his birthday. Louder. Wah. Okay, so we're
By the way, I don't know if you've seen Brendan do stand up lately, but this is exactly what happens.
Yeah.
Is I've watched him 3 times in
I'm
the
trying
last
to figure
couple months.
something out.
And I think you're heading in the right direction.
too.
It's really great. But he'll get into 3-minute arguments with himself on
Yeah,
stage.
yeah.
And people will be watching totally like, is this guy having an episode
Yeah.
or is this going to end somewhere? And it almost never lands, but it is gonna.
It's going to
one day.
eventually. One day it's going to land. This is what Ethan Hawke says: preparation.
This is like your George
Let
Carlin
go.
leaving the
Yeah.
weatherman.
One day it's
era.
going to fucking hit, and then
Yeah,
you're
it's
all
really-
going to be crying at my party.
This is Muhammad Atta flying a Cessna before he got in the big boy.
Sure you don't want to learn how to land, Muhammad? No, we're fine. We're good. Yeah. You keep skipping the
this
landing.
is what
I
happened.
mean, let's start a podcast together. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Hey, let's kill Mike Feeney, huh? Let's kill him.
He's already dead to us.
Fuel that.
Yeah, let's get that going.
Make that real.
There's a
So
big
I was in a bad
fallout.
mood, which made you put it in a bad mood. And then we were talking to the stage producer at the time, and I was just kind of out of it. And you said you like made fun of me for something. And just the combination of bad mood and then being like my ego being like, when we're in front of company, you know what I mean? You're like, treat me with respect.
That's
You know what I
very,
mean?
very funny.
So I had that hitting me, and then we got into it in front of her.
Yeah.
And then we got into it in the green room where it was like, fuck you, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think we said fuck you, but we were
Well,
just
I
like,
absolutely said fuck you.
Well, then I said fuck you back.
I definitely yelled.
yeah, we
I
were
yelled.
yelling at each other.
And
Damn.
I watched Feeney did have divorce flashback.
was
Now he's literally like just kind of like he became one of the ropes that you pull when a fucking sandbag falls down on the lead's head.
yeah.
A fucking human string bean.
Yeah. He starts twitching.
And that's pretty much it. I mean, you
Yeah.
know, you got to have those.
I don't
things.
think I've even snapped on Oh, that's not true.
You snapped on-
recorded medium snapped on Feeney like that. The great TikTok,
The great TikTok
fight of
fight,
2020, which I don't
Which
think is
no
on the
one
internet
won,
is on
by the way.
anymore.
I don't know if I know that fight.
Oh, well, Feeney initially, right when TikTok came out, it had already had millions of downloads. It was a popular application. And we got into an argument on our podcast about how Feeney told me about TikTok and acted as if he was like the first one on Plymouth Rock. And was like, don't tell anybody else about this app, even though it has 400 million reviews already on the App Store.
Right, but
He's like, because comics, they'll jump on, then it'll all become stand-up and it'll get oversaturated, which is true. He was correct.
Yeah.
However, I said this is what makes New York City comedians failures and what elevates LA comedians
Which
we're
is
sitting
true.
here protecting our resources like a bunch of fucking misers
Yeah.
while
Right.
LA is pissing on their Bentleys and then asking their friends if they want to crash it into a wall. Like for a YouTube video. It's like, whoa, we'll do it together.
That's so true. Still both trues. But you know what? It wasn't the TikTok out here. It was the TikTok.
No, but
in
I
here.
almost jumped.
You
I
know what I'm
almost
saying?
jumped over the table. I said I had to walk out because I said I was like, if this goes on for another 30 seconds, this is going to become a pummeling. Like not even a fight. It's going to become a pummeling on camera, and I'm just going to beat your clothes into a puddle of blood.
I really love the energy that has happened in this show because we're like, we're talking about like pirates and stuff and being like, well, and then, yeah, and then you're like, I will pummel him to a fucking puddle.
I'm going, well, I'm going to be in Connecticut. No.
It is my fault. You're right.
No, it's not your
The
fault.
energy shift is my fault.
not your
Well,
fault.
if you guys, no, it's great and we're having a good time.
Don't.
I have to be the host. I have to tell, hey, we're doing great. Are you sticking around? You guys gonna stick
You
around
got
after
Patreon?
commercial? No, but Ariana Grande's here, so we'll be right back. Stick around for a commercial. Add a little music thing here where we're talking. Do you want to plug anything? Because we're wrapping up soon. So if you got,
Do it to
I mean,
your- ask your
I don't know
guests.
when this is coming out. definitely in April at some
Just
point.
vague Luke Mones
Vague,
awareness.
Yeah, just vague awareness of me podcast.
Vague awareness of me podcast.
That's a good title, by the way. Vague Luke Mones awareness.
Vague awareness
Yeah, dude.
of me podcast.
Yeah, that's so
That's an
funny. That's a
unbelievable
great title, man.
No,
the fake awareness of Luke Mones is what we're going to.
That's all people need. My podcast on YouTube. Go for it.
It's just on YouTube.
And Spotify.
It's a great
and
show, too.
iTunes and Tidal.
really
Oh.
funny show.
Thank you.
I just did it with Racine. You've had Joe List, Jordan Jensen.
I would love to have you on.
I would love to do it.
Let's do it
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now.
As
Can
long
we
as-
use this for my
Yeah,
podcast?
can we use this space?
Yeah.
How about we do this? I give you this whole file and you release it on yours.
You didn't like my episode, did you?
and release this as the one you were gonna do for me and get rid of Racine.
Yeah.
How was that?
That was fun.
It was fun.
You answered very fast, Luke.
Well, I thought I was.
fun.
I thought I was
Brendan
very-
really like
No, I thought it was
cat
fun.
clocked around the house for a minute. and then
I thought it was
decided-
fun, but they were the first two people I was talking to all day, and it was really rainy out, so I was feeling like, I just didn't feel as
And
good.
you just watched the video of the guy setting himself on fire while screaming "Free Palestine."
Yeah, and I was like, I felt bad for the cop that had to shoot him,
yeah, dude. That's
and I went, "Oh, this poor cop,
just
the
pointing the
PTSD
gun.
of this poor cop." Plus, I'm sleeping. All this cat piss is getting in my brain, so
Yeah.
it's hard to function. What do you got going on, buddy?
I don't know. Vague awareness, MikeCannonComedy.com, at I am Mike Cannon on social media. Here's the Scenario Podcast, never coming back.
And for me, vague awareness of myself. You get it. You've been on it. We'll see you next time. What does any of that mean? Check, follow me and everything, and subscribe, and tell your friends about this show, you sons of bitches. Thank you, guys.
Is this out yet? Like the podcast?
We'll see you next time.
The Rap Jack Black and Sagdaddy, I'm back at it with a fantastic podcast for your asses. Yapping in a trap like a rescue cat, and the rescued up like they're waiting on the Batman. You tuned into the dude who threw booze back, blacked out, woke up drunk, covered in bruises. It's Sagdaddy the Pod, an odd fellow, the great white chubby, I'm becoming a marshmallow. It's Sagdaddy the Pod, so sit back and relax, cause like a broken arm, I got a cast now. It's Sagdaddy the Pod, you made a good choice, so enjoy, don't be annoyed, now here's my dumb voice. So recognizable, ski master, unreliable, diary of a guy who's higher than a freaking diving board. I'm tired, call me biting you as lame cause you align with your wardrobe. Give that back, you ain't that guy, bro. Kaleidoscope stripping, goddamn I'm tripping. Sipping shroom tea, looking at a blank television. Got a girl here gripping, thinking we'll do some business, but that's the last thing that I want. Seriously. Big dog, I'm on shirts now. Still scared that my house is gonna burn down. I'm a rare card, an old Charizard. Getting BJ's on a bench of a promenade. Don't know what to do, I got a lot of problems. Lot of emotional truths, I menage them. I'm getting robbed every time I get a coffee. Cause $6 is just too much.
Keep it on the low. We can keep it on the low. We can keep it on the low. But all you do is wrong.
Dream team, me and Galeen and the four Beatles. Kidnapping whores illegally, pumping them full with needles. Eating Chinese till Steven asks us to order a pizza. Walk to run to get it, I can't do either. It's Sagdaddy the Pod, don't think twice, just bob your head, dealing your chicken with no rice. It's Sagdaddy the Pod, and on God I won't stop unless I wanna, that's kinda the deal, huh? It's Sagdaddy the Pod, no need to deviate. Your ears are not the only holes that I'm about to penetrate. It's Sagdaddy the Pod, so thanks for tuning in. Truman Show flow, if I don't see you, you can suck my dick.